The bitter cold. 25 degrees below freezing. The river runs, for now. Ice beginning to form on its surface. What possesses someone to set out in these temperatures? The beauty of the landscape? The solitude of nature? These are both great reasons, but I've found the primary one to be who you set out with. I met Kevin about a year and a half ago. Mike, I met in person for the first time this last summer. And on this trip, someone we've all looked up to in the world of content creating, I'm meeting for the first time. Edward Shin from Crocom Outdoors. This is going to be epic. And this is TrailNewbie. Powered by Disciple Off-Road.
Alright, so welcome back to the channel. I got a really special trip for you planned. We're going to do 3 nights with the usual suspects and a special guest. The usual suspects, Mike, Fly Fisher 530, Kevin from Rhino Off-Road. But the special guest of the weekend coming all the way down from Washington is Ed Shin from Crocom Outdoors. Really looking forward to meeting him in person. He's making the long drive down. We're going to be just below Lake Tahoe in the Kirkwood area, night 1, night 2, hopefully out near maybe the Carson River. Night 3, we're not actually completely sure yet, so we're going to kind of call an audible on that and figure out where we end up as we go. So really looking forward to it. Thanks for coming along for the ride.
Driving up Highway 88 here, it's just so beautiful in this area. We've got perfect conditions, and I'm meeting up with Mike at Kirkwood Station. He and I are tasked with finding a camp spot where we can all rendezvous here for the first night.
Yeah, buddy. What's going on, man?
Just waiting for your sorry butt to get up here.
Exactly.
How's it going?
Good.
Just the two of us for now. It's about 1:30 p.m. and Kevin is supposed to arrive around 9 o'clock tonight and Ed around 10:30 or so. We set out to find a camp spot, but the spot we were looking for had a gate closed, so we had to improvise. When plans change, that's when things start to go wrong. We found ourselves in a burned area, and let's just say we got ourselves in a little too deep.
I'm gonna cut over to the right.
Yeah. Would the max tracks help at all, you think?
Yeah, potentially, but let me try this. I'm just going to give it a little more speed and try to pound through this and see how far I can get.
Yeah, 10-4, I agree.
I was stuck, but luckily Mr. Resourceful Mike had an additional 100 feet of synthetic winch cable. So rather than trying to be heroes with max tracks and shovels, we went straight for the sure way out. The snow didn't look too bad, but it had been there for days and was about 2 feet deep.
And good, riding right up on top now.
Once the path was cut, Mike was able to barrel his way through, and we were clear. We hit many dead ends, but just as the sun was setting, yes, almost 4 hours later, we found this spot. Super flat and perfect for multiple rigs.
Now we just needed to send the GPS coordinates to Kevin and Ed. They'll be here much later. I've got the bed set up, and tonight it's just going to be some quick sandwiches. It's bitter cold out here. The wind is kicking up, but I'm determined to wait up to greet Ed after his 11-hour drive from Washington.
I love that diesel.
So good.
What's up, man?
Yo, how you doing, man?
Greg,
Hey,
nice to meet you.
good to meet you.
Dude, good to see you again, bud.
Good to see you.
You dead?
Good. Freaking long drive.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We're like, yeah, we better have the best campsite in the world. He's gonna be pissed driving 12 hours to.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
We stayed up for an hour or so, just chatting, and turned it in around midnight. Breaking down camp here. We really just want to hit the road this morning for our next spot.
It's like getting big. Domatic made something like that too.
All right, so it's morning of day 2. We're headed down the backside of the Sierra on Highway 88 to a camp spot on the Carson River that Mike, Fly Fisher 530, is leading us to. And Ed Shin got in last night, as you saw, around 10:45. Kevin, Rhino Off-Road, got in 9:30-ish or so. Just pretty much all went to bed, woke up this morning, very light breakfast, because Ed is going to be cooking up something really cool for lunch. So thanks for coming along for the ride. It's just such a beautiful landscape out here.
Would you look at this? A YouTuber in the wild. There he is, hiding in that bush. Oh, another one. He seems to be working on his tripod. If he can't get it fixed, his content could be ruined.
We're getting down along the water here. The trail meanders along the river, in and out of the shadows. We're not too far away from camp, but we're definitely taking our time getting some epic shots of the terrain here. Mike is leading us to a top-tier spot.
Crikey, there he is again, running like a gazelle. If I'm not careful, he might just grab my camera and...
The air is crisp. The river is raging. And TrailNewbie is afoot.
Some footage to look back on.
And here, we can see how one YouTuber has asserted his dominance over the other. He's taken the high ground for an epic shot, while the other YouTuber must turn away in defeat. Let's see if he'll share his footage with us so we can get a glimpse of what he's seen from the top of that treacherous rock pile. Would you look at that? That's sure to make people smash that like button.
All right, we're getting the rigs situated here at camp. We've got 4 rigs with one more coming late this evening, Kevin's buddy Scott, all Jeeps. As Ed is new to the Jeep scene, the guys are taking a moment to check out his awesome setup.
Yeah.
I've got my bed situated as usual, the full-size deep sleep, though I may be making a switch in the near future. All right, Ed, so you've made something extra special over here. What do we have?
It's kimchi bokkeumbap, Korean dish. You mix rice, kimchi, and bulgogi. So it's ribeye pieces with rice and kimchi, and it's a fairly simple dish. A little bit on the spicier side, so if you like spicy food, great.
Yeah.
If not, then you might not want to try it. But,
Love it.
It's good, a hearty meal, especially in a place like this.
Yeah, no joke. When it's cold, it smells awesome, man. Thank you so much.
great.
Absolutely. So you scoop that, put it into the plate.
Mike was so excited to show us this spot, and rightly so. Kevin started working on a fire for us. It was already well below freezing. Ed's ingredients for this late lunch were awesome, but even more so, the joy you could see on his face as he shared this specialty of his with us. Overlanding to a spot as amazing as this does not come a dime a dozen. It takes lots of planning, coordinating, messaging back and forth on an Instagram group chat. Schedules must align. Honestly, pulling off a trip like this starts months in advance. And while the locations get much of the glory, it's the people you meet, the friendships you forge around the campfire that keep us coming back for more.
Last night was absolutely freezing. I think the low was 9 degrees, and I had ice forming on the inside of my Jeep, and the river started to freeze over. All right, so it's a morning of day 2, and it got cold last night. So here with Ed Shin. Ed, how has your trip been so far?
Oh, it's amazing. Definitely worth the drive out here.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing all you guys too. But the trails we were on so far and the campsites we've been at, amazing,
Good
gorgeous.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, and getting out when it was, 9 degrees last night? Have you been in a colder camping situation before?
A handful of times.
Okay.
And I was just telling you earlier, whether it's 9 degrees, 2 degrees, 15 degrees,
Yeah.
they all feel the same after a certain point.
Yeah, you're pretty much just like dying at a certain point.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep our fingers warm, basically.
Yeah, no doubt. No, hey, thanks for coming along with us. We still got one more camp stop. We're going to head north of Lake Tahoe, which you've never been to Tahoe before, right?
Nope. Yeah,
Dang.
I'm excited. Looking forward to that too.
Yeah, no, it should be good. We're going to go north of Truckee. Mike, Fly Fisher 530, he's got a spot kind of picked out for us, and I think we're all hoping it'll be a little bit warmer.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
fingers crossed.
Yeah, no doubt. Kevin's rig is always looking good, and here's his buddy Scott, who got in late last night and needs to pretty much pack out and head back home first thing here this morning. He's a really great guy. Looking forward to some future trips with him as well. But first, a river crossing. We made a quick stop at Moody's in Truckee. We just needed a little pick-me-up between here and our next destination, and to lift our spirits, it did.
All right, we just pulled off about 30 minutes north of Truckee, and we're in the snow. Not sure how the temps will be out here, but they don't look promising. Possible that it will be actually colder than last night. The low is supposed to be 7 degrees. When you work together as a team, supporting one another, there's nothing like it. While solo camping can be amazing, camping with your friends and working together is the most rewarding. From all walks of life, the trail and the storytelling brought us together. These trips are more than a campout. There's something rejuvenating, a reset button that gets pressed so we can tackle life between now and our next outing. But we couldn't do it without our wives, holding it down at home so we can get out and enjoy God's creation. Rhonda.
Katie,
Beatrice,
Anj,
Thank you.
thank you.
thank you.
thank you.
All right, so just wrapping up our 3-day trip here up near Lake Tahoe. Mike gave us just a ton of great spots to go check out. So thanks to you, Mike. Ed, what'd you think of this California trip?
Oh man, it was better than I expected. Didn't get pulled over at all for any of the mods I did on the Jeep either, so that's a win.
That's a plus. Love it. Kevin?
Happy to be here. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, it was a fun trip, man. Starting down south and then coming up north. It was just beautiful. Very, very cold, though. Extremely cold.
It was amazing.
Yeah, my temperature gauge read 1 degree this morning, which I'm sure that's not totally accurate, but can't be too far from the truth.
Felt like it.
1 degree Fahrenheit, sorry for you international viewers.
Yes.
It was cold.
No. It was an awesome trip. Ed, again, thanks for making it all this way to come out, man. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah,
I really
absolutely.
appreciate it.
We'll do it again soon enough, I'm sure.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Awesome. Thanks for coming along for the ride.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to Rhino Off-Road, Fly Fisher 530, and of course, Edward Shin. All great channels, and even more so, just great people. Can't wait for the next one.